That's right. You're listening to Namely 90s. I forgot what I say next. Jesus Christ. This energy drink is hitting me, man. I'm telling you what.
That's you?
Welcome to Namely 90s. Wow. The podcast that takes you back to the time before smartphones, Google, and Y2K. Join your hosts as they relive the pop culture that shaped a generation and the parts that many people wish they could forget. Listen in to the conversation about how the decade defined those who spent their childhood there and how it shaped them as adults. So, turn down the grunge and dial up the internet. Let's get started. It's time for Namely 90s.
That's right. You're listening to Namely 90s. My name's Andrew, and over there is Brandon.
That's me.
You can find us online at namely90s.com or on Twitter and Instagram at namely90s with a 90s. This show is also released on YouTube at namely90s.com/YouTube. And finally, if you'd like to support the show, head on over to patreon.com/namely90s, also with a 90s, to join one of our support levels.
I'm sorry. I was waiting for you to crash and burn again.
Yeah, I know. My first attempt at that was poor.
Also, I forgot to have you click the link to the thing before we started. But happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah indeed.
Right? I believe it kicks off tonight. I probably should have done better research on this, but
I was very confused when we were watching some of these holiday specials because I was counting on that menorah, and I'm like, I'm still counting 9. I don't understand. I didn't know that the middle candle is what you light the other candles with.
Yes.
But now I know.
We'll learn about in one of our upcoming 12 Days of Christmas specials, which is coming Tuesday, December 21st, and we'll be dropping a new episode every day from the 21st through the new year. If you remember last year, we did the 12 Days of Christmas specials. We brought on podcasters and other guests to watch old 90s episodes or 90s TV episodes of Christmas related episodes, which we call specials, and talk about it in themselves. And it was a nice way to spend the end of the year, especially if you have nothing to listen to while you're visiting family or on long drive or trying to battle shopping or wrapping gifts for some reason.
Do you think it's possible where we release the most podcasts of, oh my God. Is it possible we release the most episodes of any podcast in December?
Probably. Well, I mean, as I said last year, I stole the idea from the now gone half-hour happy hour, which has returned as a monthly thing. So I don't know if they're doing it again. They did it last year, maybe? No, they didn't. They did
because essentially we're doing 15 episodes.
Yes.
And by essentially, I mean exactly.
I mean, that would still beat out the bi-weekly podcasts and
we don't have much going for us, but that's something we have going for us.
Yeah. It'll help us get to 200 episodes faster.
Indeed. But I'm excited. It's been fun so far. We've got more to do, but so far so good, gotta say. Yeah.
We're like halfway done. We only have 3 weeks left to record, which is panic-inducing.
It's essentially an eternity. Wait, no.
No, it's the exact opposite of that. We have seven of the 12 people booked for a time to record. Technically tonight, we'll be doing recording the 7th episode. Hopefully, you'll get your December schedule to me so we can book the rest of the podcasters. And
yeah, I should be able to get you that. You're in uno memento.
Perfect. So there's another thing on the list there to chat about in the beginning.
Okay.
If you want to click on it, I'll just start explaining it, and then you can't hear what I'm saying. But finish just listen to it for a minute.
Where am I finding this?
It says Pokemon 25 song under Happy Hanukkah in the intro.
Not linked.
Okay, let me send you the link in chat then. For everyone else that doesn't have technical difficulties, I'm sending Andrew. As I was doing one of our Billboard chart countdowns a couple weeks ago, I typed in a certain song, and apparently Pokemon has a links in the chat. Pokemon is doing a 25th anniversary CD where they're bringing in modern artists and covering like songs from the 90s, I'm assuming. And this one happens to be Post Malone covering
Hootie and the Blowfish song.
Yes, and it's I Only Want to Be With You, I believe. So I clicked on it, and I was... Listen, Post Malone, if you're out there, thank you for listening to the podcast. We appreciate you listening to us, fellow 90s child. We know that you like the internets and such, so we appreciate you as a person. Not the best cover. I get it was for Pokemon. Kids are probably listening to it. Andrew, thoughts?
Well, it makes me want to listen to this actual song because I think Hootie and the Blowfish are tremendously underrated. Post Malone is just like the most annoying person. I'm sorry.
Post, no, you're not.
And also, I saw this on someone's Facebook post today. I live in Spokane. There's a town called Post Falls just across the border in Idaho. Uh-huh. And apparently he used the term Post Falls Malone, and I just want to learn more about what he's talking about. Good song.
Yeah.
What is the point of this?
Pokemon 25 is an album that's it's basically a pop album to celebrate Pokemon's 25th anniversary. I don't know how any of these songs relate to Pokemon, but Katy Perry does one.
The 3D models of the people are like creepy. I don't like them.
Yeah, it's not
the
great.
eyes seem dead.
They are, including Post Malone's. But yeah, Post Malone, if you're out there, come on our show and kick Andrew's ass.
Yeah, I also remember he was in the movie with
Adam Sandler. Misha Barton.
Marky Mark. It was
Mark
called
Wahlberg.
Spencer
Confidential.
I thought it was a good movie, actually.
I haven't seen it, and you said he did a good job in it.
Yeah, I would say as an actor he did okay. But like it was appropriate because he was in prison and had face tattoos.
He does have a lot of tattoos.
And now I need to cleanse my palate, I need to go in and listen to Only Want to Be With You. And it starts out as a Sports Center segment.
Yes, for those of you that watch our podcast, you can see.
Oh, that guy's hair, the drummer? Yes.
This is good radio right here, Andrew. Listening to a song while I try to.
While you vamp. Okay, I'm done. Sorry. Good song.
Listen to Hootie and the Blowfish.
Seriously, do like as a '90s podcast, I feel compelled to tell people that Hootie and the Blowfish is to be listened to.
Name 4 Hootie and the Blowfish songs. I'll give you 3.
Only Want to Be With You.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, the thing is I know all of them, but it's like...
Hold My Hand.
I know the words to them, but I can't think of the titles. Hold My Hand.
Or is that what that one's called?
Yeah, I think so.
And the third one would be... wow, I just listened to all 3 of these.
It's really Let Her Cry. It's really frustrating because I love them and I know like
3 of their songs, which is why I said 4.
No, but I know that it's just I don't know the names of them,
And then Wagon Wheel is just Darius Rucker.
Yes, who is a huge country music powerhouse somehow.
He has that low raspy voice, and I mean, other than being black, he's made for being a Western.
Yeah,
artist.
That was the diversity hire.
If Lil Nas X is somehow considered country at times, I think Hootie or Darius Rucker should be allowed to be country.
He is. He's actually been inducted into the Grand Ole Opry. He's actually a legit country artist at this point.
He has an amazing voice. Lil Nas X.
I'm talking about...
I know.
Dear God, sir.
I mean, I liked that one song. Was it Montero or?
Yeah, the one that was in Rocket League.
Yeah, that's how I knew it. I was like, why do I recognize this song?
Wow. Shall we get into the actual
Well, yeah,
episode?
Seeing as we're recording this before Thanksgiving, I can't ask you how your Thanksgiving was.
Why don't you tell us about what was going on in November of 1997?
Travel back with me, listeners. November 1997. On the 1st, Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back for the PlayStation 1 is released. On the 7th, TGIF crossover. We have a TGIF crossover event on ABC, not NBC. Salem in a time ball with Sabrina appear in all 4 TGIF shows: Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Boy Meets World, You Wish, and Teen Angel. 2 of these shows I had never heard of before.
I do remember that, though.
Yeah, I do too. Like the moment that I saw a photo of it, I'm like, wow, I definitely watched this. On the 13th, Ken Griffey Jr. wins AL MVP with a unanimous vote. That's baseball. On the 13th, on the 13th, The Lion King opens on Broadway for the first time. That ran for a long time.
Yeah, no kidding.
On the 17th, Sonic R is released for the Sega Saturn. On the 18th, Tomb Raider 2 is released for the PlayStation 1. On the 19th, Bobby McCahey gives birth to septuplets in Iowa, the second known case where they've been born alive and the first where they all survive infancy.
That's 7, right?
Yes. But fun fact, right?
Yeah, fun.
On the 21st, I mean, all we had was video games for a month. Diddy Kong Racing is released for the Nintendo 64. On the 24th, Power Rangers Turbo ends. On the 28th, Tenacious D, the TV series, premieres on HBO all the way back in 97.
Wow.
Also on the 28th, Beavis and Butthead ends on MTV. On the 29th, the emergency broadcast system is replaced by the emergency alert system, and that is the emergency alert system in the U.S. that continues to this day on television. And finally, on the 30th, Bomberman 64 is released for the Nintendo 64. And in the box office, we have on the 7th, Starship Troopers. On the 9th, Angels in the End Zone. I believe that was direct to video.
Oh, boy.
Do you remember Angels in the Outfield?
No, but that did it feature the dogs from Air Buddies, Snow Buddies?
Similar thing. Pretty sure it was Angels in the Outfield was Joseph Gordon-Levitt as a kid, and Christopher Lloyd was an angel, and the guy that says I'm getting too old for this shit from Lethal Weapon, Donald Glover. Danny Glover
horrible.
Was the coach of the Angels, and then it was so popular that they made Christopher Lloyd come back for Angels in the End Zone.
No.
On the 11th, Beauty and the Beast, The Enchanted Christmas. I bring this up because we did a game where you had to guess direct to Disney or direct to TV or direct to video Disney sequels, and that was one of them. The 14th, we see the re-release of The Little Mermaid. On the 21st is Anastasia, as well as the ever-terrible Mortal Kombat Annihilation. And finally, on the 28th, we have Alien Resurrection and the John Hughes scripted, Robin Williams-led remake of Flubber.
A lot of physical comedy in that one.
Oh, yes. And on the Billboard charts, number 1 for November 1997, in from October and through the end of the year is Candle in the Wind, 1997 version by Elton John.
Featuring Lil Nas X. No, I don't think that exists yet.
Yet. For the last week in November of 1997, on the Billboard charts at number 6 is Tubthumping by Chumbawamba. Number 11 is Foolish Game / You Were Meant for Me by Huel.
Yes.
Our Lord and Savior Jewel. Number 12.
Praise be to Jewel.
Praise be to Jewel. Number 12 is I Don't Want to Wait by Paula Cole. That's the Dawson Creek theme song. I don't want to wait. What does Peter say? Something new Toyota. Number 16, Quit Playing Games with My Heart by the Backstreet Boys. Number 18, Spice Up Your Life by the Spice Girls. Number 19, Semi-Charmed Life by Third Eye Blind. Number 22, All For You by Sister Hazel. Number 24, Mo Money, Mo Problems by the Notorious B.I.G. featuring Puff Daddy and Nas, not Little Nas X. And number 25, Honey by Mariah Carey. And now back to the show.
And I want to wait. Oh, sorry.
For that new Toyota.
For my lunch to get colder.
That's what it was, yeah.
Yeah, the thing about the emergency broadcast system being replaced by the emergency alert system
This
is it still looks like it's
system.
directly out of the 90s. Because it is.
Because it is. Well done.
But these days, no one's watching broadcast television very often. And if they are, they're so sucked into the storyline of like the 7th FBI spinoff that who even cares if there's an emergency, right?
Right. And you know, I just heard that even though like the FDA or not FDA, FCC. FDA. FCC, is it FCC for television?
Yes.
Even though they had mandated a switch from analog to digital broadcasts for all local stations, like it was mandated to be done in 2015. It didn't actually go into effect finally until July of this year. So,
Wow.
Fun fact that no one needed to know.
No, not at all.
But yeah, I had already thought everything had gone digital, honestly, like over the air. I mean, who uses rabbit ears anymore? But
No, nobody.
you know, I own a digital one, just because the DirecTV had stopped playing NFL or stopped showing our local Fox affiliate right when the Seahawks were in the playoffs.
That happens
like
a
years
lot.
ago. Yeah, kind of a dick move.
Like I said, again, DirecTV is literally indirect in every possible way, and yet they call themselves DirecTV.
Yeah, also spelled Direct V or Direct TV.
Oh, it's DirectV, man.
There's only one T. Anywhere you want to go? Is there anything that spoke to you in the list? There's a lot of video games. For November 97.
No.
Okay.
I always think it's funny when they put 64 in the name of everything for Nintendo 64.
How else would you know that it's for the Nintendo 64?
Because when you go to buy it, it's
In a
cartridge that only fits in the Nintendo 64.
Fair enough. With the giant Nintendo 64 labeling all over it.
Yeah, it's not like anyone. Well, I guess they didn't have the internet back then, to be fair.
True.
Maybe they saw it in a copy of Cat Fancy. I mean, Nintendo Power.
Yes, possibly in electronic. The only place it would be confusing is in like Electronics Gaming Monthly, where they have all of the video games. I want that new Bomberman title, Bomberman 64 for the PlayStation 1. Thought we should talk about Starship Troopers, because that's what our quote late 90s was for Gaz and Dange last week.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah. Do you remember Starship Troopers is a 1997 military science fiction action film based on the 1959 novel of the same name. Follows a young soldier named Johnny Rico and his exploits in the Mobile Infantry, a futuristic military unit. His career progresses from a recruit to a non-commissioned officer, and finally to an officer, against the backdrop of an interstellar war between mankind and an insectoid species known as arachnids. It was the only theatrically released film in the franchise, and it received mostly negative reviews. But it's a satire. It's a political satire.
So, the one thing that is lacking in this description is who's in it.
We say it all in the Quotely 90s. Let me see if I remember who's in it. It is, I know, not Carmen Electra. Who played Christmas? Who played Christmas Jones in The World's Not Enough?
Denise Richards.
Denise Richards is in it. Gary Busey's brother is in it. Here it is.
Neil Patrick Harris is in it.
MPH is in it. Michael Ironside is in it.
Oh yeah.
Clancy Brown, Patrick Muldoon, Amy Smart is even like a background character in it. Those are the only people I really know. I don't even know who the star was.
Wow, yeah, this is a who's who of nobody.
Well, except for Denise Richards and Neil Patrick Harris.
But I'm talking about, Dean Norris.
Dean Norris, yes, he was in.
Yes.
Is that Chuck Norris's brother?
No.
But yeah, have you ever seen this movie?
No.
Really?
Nope.
At all? No, not even bits and pieces.
I'm certainly aware of it.
Gotcha.
Have not seen it. I think my brother saw it.
Okay, for the boobs.
What? No, I don't know. He just watched it. I'm pretty sure. Were there boobs?
There were boobs.
nice.
Because it's the future, so men and women in the military shower together.
Wow.
Platonically, but
Don't
also
ask.
like in a really, really sexual way. Anyway, I definitely watched it
For the boobs.
for the boobs. No, it was on TV at some point.
Yeah. They don't show the boobs on TNT.
No, they blur it most of the time. But yeah, it's not a good movie, but it's if you take it literally for what it is not a good movie. If you appreciate it for the fact that it is a satire about like the military industrial complex and like and military indoctrination and crap like that, it is a halfway decent movie. And it spawned 2 live action sequels that I've never heard of: Starship Troopers 2, Hero of the Federation, and Starship Troopers 3, Marauder, and 2 computer animated films, Invasion and Traitor of Mars. Like, I don't know. It gave me nightmares a little bit just because giant bugs. Like, it was very like Ender's Gamey, which I guess those books were kind of came out around the same time. I don't remember, but they have to go and fight bugs, but the bugs were just defending themselves against the human invasion. But the PR says that the bugs were the ones killing the humans, and
It's kind of like the Crusades.
Yes, it is like the Crusades. Just bug
But
Jesus.
Rim shot.
Rim.
Is that a joke? I don't even know what. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like I should have had a little bit more, but I like the storyline. Rico is in love with Denise Richards' character. They're like they were high school sweethearts or something, but he gets put into infantry and she gets put into like their Space Force division. So like she's never in danger, and he's like constantly in danger and almost dies, and they break up, and even though they're supposed to be together forever and whatever, he ends up saving her at the end for some dumb plot reason.
Because it's a movie.
Yes. He's the one that figures out how to stick a bomb inside of a giant bug and blow them up. It's interesting, but not great. Speaking of not great, do you remember Flubber?
Yeah, Flubber, I do remember.
You saw this one.
I mean, in its entirety, probably not, but I do remember good portions of it.
All I remember is it's a John Hughes film, technically, and Robin Williams is in it as the professor that creates Flubber.
Marcia Gay Harden.
Marcia Gay Harden. No idea.
Ted Levine.
No idea. Clancy Brown.
Ted Levine. We just talked about this guy. He was
Will
on Monk.
Oh, the guy with the mustache. I recognize him.
He was in
Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs. Thank you. And Evolution with David Duchovny and the Sean William Scott and
Sean William Scott was in Evolution?
Orlando
Jones.
Yes, Sean William Scott was in Evolution.
That part I don't remember. I remember Orlando Jones.
And Ted Levine.
Will Wheaton is also
Will
in Flubber.
Wheaton.
Will Wheaton. He was from Stand By Me and Star Trek The Next Generation.
Clancy Brown making another appearance.
Oh, yes.
He was also in Starship Troopers.
I mean, how could Clancy Brown not be in Starship Troopers? Yes, so Flubber is a 1997 American sci-fi comedy film. Basically, it's a remake of The Absent-Minded Professor from 1961. Rotten Tomatoes holds a approval rating of 24% on this movie.
It's overactive focus on special effects and tiresome slapstick. That's what I find funny.
I mean, so Flubber is this like green little amorphous blob that also takes shapes and flies around the room and bounces off of things. I don't remember the plot of this movie.
I feel like he's kind of like a down on his luck kind of like scientist inventor, and then he like invents this thing, and it initially seems useful, but then it goes like haywire.
Mm. Oh, like you could use it as like body armor or something.
It was the original Flex Seal.
Yes. You could build a boat out of nothing but Flex Seal. Or Flubber, I mean.
That does not work.
They did it on Entertainment Tonight, I think. And it actually did work. Or it didn't sink, at least. Yeah. So Metacritic gives it a weighted score of 37 out of 100.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, does anyone actually remember, like, who goes back to their Disney archive and is like, you know what I really want to watch? Robin Williams in Flubber.
Yeah, I don't... Is Flubber available to watch anywhere?
It's probably on Disney Plus.
Wow.
Don't they have, like, every Disney movie?
Probably, yeah, I would think so.
I do not want to type in Flubber streaming into my Google
That
search
is
results.
a euphemism if I've ever heard one.
It is on Disney Plus. So if there's any Namely 90s listener out there that wants to watch Flubber and get back to us on it, do so and contact us.
I feel like
through
there's
Twitter.
probably that common trope where like his wife is like gonna leave him, but then
he has like a
Flubber
kid
becomes amazing and changes the world and it all goes fine.
He has a kid that like is estranged from. And
Yes.
Flubber helps him like transform into a nanny.
And even if by the end of the movie he and the wife don't get back together, he like gets to spend more time with the kid and come over for Christmas. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's probably true.
All right, let's talk about Tubthumping because we've in the 79 mainline episodes that we've done thus far, or the 78 previous mainline episodes we've done thus far, we've not spent much time on Chumbawamba's one-hit wonder Tubthumping.
I get knocked down.
But I get up again.
And then a bunch of other words after that.
It is colloquially known as I Get Knocked Down. It's a song released by the British rock band Chumbawamba from their 8th studio album, Tubthumper.
8th album?
Jeez.
That means there's 7 albums of just absolute trash. And this isn't even that good.
It's their
That's
most
a lot of
successful
music.
single, which peaked at number 2 on the UK singles chart and hit number 6, as it did this week, on the Billboard Hot 100. Yeah. We have a Buzzfeed quiz that we're going to play. It's called the One Hit Wonder Quiz. And so this is called This One Hit Wonder Quiz Will Be Extremely Hard for Everyone Except Millennials. Subtitled From I Want to Be Bad to You Only Get What You Give. I feel like Andrew's not going to do well on this, but we're going to do it together as Namely 90s.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. First question. He sang Save Tonight. Is it the Marcy Project, Eagle Eye Cherry, or We Are Scientists?
Do you have an initial response to this?
My initial response to this is it was in the Billboard charts for this episode.
Oh. Let me click back.
What do you think? I think it's Eagle Eye Cherry.
No, it's not in this Billboard, this episode.
Are you sure?
I don't see it.
Okay, maybe it was a different
But
one.
I was going to go with Eagle Eye Cherry. Just for some reason, it sounded like an actual thing
Yeah.
that I remember.
Pretty sure it's Eagle Eye Cherry.
Okay. It is.
We got it. Next one. Do you want to take it?
She sang Bitch. Is it Lisa Loeb, Paula Cole, or Meredith Brooks? I know this one.
Okay. Which one?
Do you?
Yes, because
Meredith Brooks.
I do the Billboard chart.
True.
I've done the Billboard chart for 79 episodes now.
It's Brooks.
Yes.
As
Congratulations.
in Garth. No.
Are they related?
Go ahead. No.
She sang Torn. Is it Natalie Imbruglia? Imbruglia. I could never say that right. Joss Stone or
Imbruglia
Ingrid
salad. Ambrosia? No.
Ingrid Michaelson.
I have no idea. I hope you know.
It is Natalie Imbruglia.
Perfect. Next one. He sang She's So High.
High above me.
Above me.
She's so
She's
lovely.
so lovely. It's Tal
Copy.
Bachman. Or Mark Anthony or Rob Thomas. Tal Bachman.
Nice. We're doing it. We're doing it.
Yeah.
They sang
dear.
You Only Get What You Give. This is getting into 2000s, I believe. Because the answers are Rooney, The Verve, or The New Radicals.
I don't think it's The Verve because I feel like The Verve had more than one hit song.
It did or didn't?
Did. New Radicals?
I thought it was The Verve, but
But these are one hit wonders.
that is true. What was The Verve's one-hit wonder?
I feel like they had at least. I can't remember. It's that one song. I can't remember the name. I don't know if
Symphony,
that's the song. Yeah, Bittersweet Symphony. So I don't think it's The Verve.
Is that The Verve? Okay, then I guess we'll go New Radicals on.
Yes, it is.
Nice.
New Radicals? Okay. Boom.
All right. Next up, or is it me? You? Me.
You go.
They sang Jump, Jive, and Wail. I have no idea what this is. Oh, yeah, I do. Is
Yeah,
it
you do.
the Brain Setzer Orchestra?
Brian.
Oh, sorry. I get dyslexic when it's late. The Brian Setzer Orchestra, the Cherry Poppin' Daddies, or the East Coast Shakers?
It's the Brian Setzer Orchestra.
Oh, is it?
Pretty sure. I could
Okay.
be wrong. But
I trust you. I only recognize the Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
oh yes.
Nice. We're doing it. Quotely 90, or wow, I don't even know our own name. Namely 90s. Team Namely 90s.
Oh dear, the next one.
She sang I Want to Be Bad. I don't recognize this woman. Is it DeBella Morgan, Willa Ford, or Ashley Harrison? Celebrated too soon.
I don't know, but Willa Ford seems right.
Okay, let's go Willa Ford.
Oh my gosh.
We're doing
We
it.
got it. He sang Because I Got High. Was it Mike, Jaquan, or Afro Man?
Oh, we know the answer to that one.
Afro Man.
Afro Man.
I listened to the song last week.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Ooh. They sang What Would You Do? Was it Wild Orchid, City High, or Smiles and South Star? We are definitely in the early 2000s now.
What would you do?
Get up on their
for
feet
a
and
Klondike bar.
stop making tired excuses.
I don't know who this is.
What would you do? Gosh darn it. What would you do when you're...
Just
What
stop.
would you do when your child's at home standing on the bathroom floor?
Do you have any idea?
Hungry, and the only way to feed him is sleep with a man for a little bit of money, and his daddy's gone, and we're
Okay, I do
smoking
remember
rock
this,
now,
but do you
in and out
know?
of-
Because I don't know.
It's City High.
Please stop. Okay.
In and out of lockdown. I got a job now.
They sang Heaven. Was it Los Del Rio, Los Lonely Boys or Los Lobos?
Los Del Rio was we just had, it was just last week. It was that song where it's not this song.
I have no idea.
I think it's Los Lonely Boys. I think this is that I got to heaven.
Wow.
Was it?
That was good.
Do you want to go Los Lonely Boys?
We can do Los Del Rio. That's fine.
No, Los Lonely Boys.
Okay, Los Lonely Boys.
Los Del Rio is
all right.
A different song.
Let's go with it.
Okay, we are correct.
Ooh, nice.
Los Del Rio was like a early '90s pop hit.
She sang "Hit 'Em Up" style. Oops. End parenthesis.
I don't recognize this woman either.
I don't think it's Stacey Ferguson.
The options are Blue Cantrell, Ryan Cantrell.
My bad. Bad.
Are we going with Stacey Ferguson?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
Does she look like a Stacey Ferguson to you?
She looks like a Blue Cantrell, and there's two Cantrells.
I feel like it's a Ryan Cantrell. It's like a wild card. She's wearing blue. They're trying to throw us off.
But it's Ryan spelled the boys' way.
This goes on forever, by the way.
No, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Then let's start speed running. Which one do you want to do?
Ryan Cantrell.
Ryan Cantrell. It was Blue Cantrell.
Sorry.
She's saying, oops, oh my. Was it Tweet, Raven, or Tiffany?
I want to say Tiffany.
It's not Tiffany.
Oh, you know. Well, then just say it.
No, I don't know who it is, but I don't. Tiffany. Okay, let's go Tiffany.
I don't think it's Raven.
I would bet it's Raven, but let's go Tiffany.
We can do what you want.
Okay.
Raven.
It's Tweet.
It's fuck me. Oh, sorry. You have to leave that out.
All right, we've missed two.
They sang "Crazy for This Girl." Was it Evan and Jaron, Mike and Tom, or Nick and Will?
It was Evan and Jaron.
Thank God you know, because I don't know.
Early 2000s. Oh, he sang Lullaby. Was it Mike Will, Mark Chestnut, or Sean Mullins?
It's not Mark Chestnut.
Well, the full title is Sean Mullins' Lullaby, so I think it was Sean Mullins.
Okay.
They sang Blue Dabba Dee.
Eiffel 65.
Correct.
Eiffel 45 or Eiffel 95? It's 65.
Do you want to go?
Yeah. They sang "Steal My Sunshine." Was it Scooter, OMC, or Len?
It was Len.
Nice.
They sang Love Fool. Was it Cardigans, 18s, or the Coors?
I want to say the Cardigans.
I want to say the Cardigans as well, but the photo is of the 18s.
Oh, well. How do you even know what that is? Okay, we're going with 18s?
Sure. Oh, it was the Cardigans. Damn it!
Oh.
I'm sorry.
They sang "Barbie Girl." Was it aqua, pink, or purple? Purple. It's aqua. Let's go, Barbie.
I'm sorry. That was a picture of the 18s. The 18s is the ABBA.
Well, they never said the picture was accurate.
That's fair.
All right. She sang "Crush." Was it Jennifer Page, Sonique, or Anastasia?
I have no idea.
Jennifer Page is what I'm going with.
All right. Nice poll.
I mean, she looks country. He's wearing a hat. I think. What is she doing? Is she sitting on his lap? Why are his eyes closed? Oh,
I think they're driving.
I sure hope so.
They sang "The Bad Touch." Was it Blind Melon, the Bloodhound Gang, or Dishwalla?
The Bloodhound Gang.
That is correct.
I feel like they had more than one hit. So
yeah.
Technically, not a one-hit wonder.
Like at least Foxtrot Uniform Charlie Kilo.
They sang "Butterfly." Was it "Creamy Swizzle," "Come My Lady," or "Crazy Town"?
They ran out of like ideas towards the end of this.
I don't know who is this one.
Oh, it's Crazy Town.
Okay.
They sang "Sex and Candy." I hated this song, by the way.
It's Monstera, Marcy Playground, or Liquid MILF? It's Marcy Playground.
Yes. They sang "How Bizarre." Was it OMC, Sister Sinna, or JP?
I'm going
JPEG?
OMC.
I think it's yes.
Yep.
They sang Cotton Eye. Wow.
Cotton Eye Candy. What? Cotton Eye Joe. This gets a lot of play in stadiums and arenas.
Yes.
Is it latex, rednecks, or Carmex? It's rednecks.
Is it red?
Yes. Carmex is a lip balm, and latex is, well, latex. She sang I Try, Macy Gray, Daphne J, or Mick Way. It's Macy Gray.
Like, the first three were like actual, like they were still like actual bands towards the middle.
I like this one. They sang Tubthumping. Was it Lumba Chumba, Chumbawamba, or Wumba Chumba? That's a gimme.
Well, that's the whole reason we're doing this one.
They sang Flavor of the Week, spelled wrong. I think. Week or week?
It should be week. It's spelled W-E-A-K, but the song is actually spelled.
No, it is actually spelled wrong. The song is spelled wrong.
It should be spelled.
If it's not spelled wrong, I think it's it's supposed to be clever. Is it Everclear, FM radio, or American Hi-Fi? I know the answer to you.
Yeah, it's American Hi-Fi.
Yep.
But they spelled it with two E's, I thought.
Your turn.
She sang "You Gotta Be." Is it?
Don't know it.
Dido, Desiree, or Dedria?
It's not Dido.
I think it's Desiree.
Sure. Yep. He sang Mambo Number 5. Is it Lou Chega, Lou Bega, or Lou Mega? It's Lou Bega.
Is it not Lou Chega?
No. She sang I Love You Always Forever. Was it Brenda Williams, Donna Lewis, or Lily Sobieski? Which I don't remember who it is. Do you?
It's Donna Lewis.
And they sang Stacy's Mom. Was it Fountains of Wayne, Garden Party, or Erie, Indiana?
Again, that was a 2000 song.
Fountains of Wayne?
Yes. Okay.
And 28 out of 31.
We only missed 3. And you were... I think we both only, like, collectively missed one completely. Like...
Yeah.
We both had one where we picked the wrong one.
But I'm quite pleased with us. I think we did well.
Yeah, especially since that wasn't like purely 90s.
Not at all.
Which honestly was almost better. And some of those were just random polls.
Yeah.
But yeah, 28 out of 31. What did we get? Congrats, you grew up in the greatest one-hit wonder era of our time. Go yourself. The quiz writer, not you listeners. And I think that's it for this week's episode of Namely 90s.
I do think it is, sir.
All right. Remember, you can find new episodes out every Monday. Check out the episode description for this week's supplemental Spotify playlist curated by yours truly. Maybe it'll have all of those terrible songs that we just listed off.
Please.
Oh, find us on Twitter and Instagram at Namely90s with 90s, or find our personal accounts at bshwitty and at NamelyAndrew, and tell us what you want us to talk about on our future episodes. If you would like to support the show, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Namely90s, also with a 90s. And finally, you can also contact us through our website, Namely90s.com. Please subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Chumbawamba, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and just iHeartMedia, I guess, and wherever you get your podcasts from. I'm Brandon, that's Andrew, and we will catch you next time.